Hello everyone. Today I will go straight on the point. There are some of you who might have noticed that there is an evolution in the Bible. In the beginning, it's man more submitted, more immature, and with God outside. And along the path, we become more and more with God inside of ourselves and more co-creators with God. Well, in Eden, uh, man, we were A and E was one with God because they were without self-awareness. We were without self-awareness. And then crash, boom, came self-awareness and separation, or separation and self-awareness. These two, separation and self-awareness, are very intertwined. You can't separate them from each other. They are more like two sides of the same coin. Uh, and now with God outside of ourselves, we were kicked out in history, and the Bible begins. The story of the Bible, which is also the story of our human history here on Earth, on planet Earth, which revolves around the same theme as the Bible. And that is the point with those stories. They are to merge with Him again, but now in a state of self-awareness. From immature and submitted to fully fledged co-creators with Him. That's the true spiritual evolution. And that is the theme of the Bible. Think about that. Think about what is it that God lacks? What is it that He has not? And the answer to that is your love. He wants to be loved by you as a fully self-aware, independent, sovereign being. How can you love without being free? To be able to love for real, you need to be free. And to be free, you need to be self-aware and independent. If you are not independent, all your relationships will be relationships of dependency. And all distorted behaviors come from that. I recently had a vision that showed how ugly God sees dependent relationships. I had that vision quite recently, but I would save that for another video. How could we love Him for real? How could we dance with Him? How could we be extensions of Him without being free, self-aware and independent beings? But we are now in this kicked out of Eden state where we are not independent because we put our source outside of ourselves. A very painful state, a state of separation, a very unnatural state. And that pain, that unnatural state of separation, it is the drive that propels us to find back to Him. But we need to put our source back into ourselves, in ourselves. That your source is where you get your sustenance from, your life force actually, and that is the same thing as your core. It is actually your own I am. That is your true source, and that is your connection point to Him as well. So to put your source back into you, is to put you back into you, which is your core back into you, which is actually to put him back into you. It's all the same thing. And before you have done that, all your relationships will be relationships of the dependency. And he wants you. He wants you back. As a self-aware, beautiful, strong, independent being. It's not like God didn't know what he did when he put a fruit tree in the same garden as two naked children and a snake. A fruit tree and a snake in the same garden as two children. A lot of things can be said about God, but dumb is not one of them. Of course he knew. And he was sad, yeah, because he felt the pain and the separation that we had to go through. And that was, I would say, brings us also to the function of the tree and the function of the devil, which is a topic for another video. I would make a part 2 about that. I would say that the devil is the most anointed being in the universe. So, yeah, this is enough for today. Take care, and God bless you.